Okay, so I am normally really good at putting my layouts away in albums because I don't have a lot of countertop space in my room, and I work really hard on them and I don't want them to get ruined. But I've been bad lately. I've been naughty and I haven't done flip throughs since I guess April. And so these layouts are from May and June. I'm going to flip through them and show you what I made. This is still the beginning of July, right? Yeah. And then I'm going to put these away in an album. So yeah, well, we have quite a few to get through today. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh no, the messy desk. I'm having my coffee this morning. I only have one kid at home. We're trying to make him be quiet. We'll see if it works. He's downstairs playing with watercolors. So I made this, and honestly, it's been so long, I don't know what I made everything for. I think this was using photograph papers that are like, or papers that are difficult to use. And I find papers with photographs on them difficult to use. So I created this layout for that challenge for Cherry on Top. And it was like a photograph paper from Paper House Productions. And I used some fancy pants to create this lake scene and did some mixed media because that's my jam. And I love it. It was super fun to make. And let's see, this was for one of my challenges for National Scrapbook Day. So literally, like, these are old layouts because International Scrapbook Day was in May, like 2 months ago, right? But I think, this was for my favorite things challenge. And so I added all my favorite things, which was like rainbows and shiny, sparkle, glitter, sequins, my friends, a good story, all the things, foliage. And so this was my example for that challenge. And I made this like little shaker pocket out of a cut file that Paige Evans gave away for free in her Facebook group. And I love how this turned out and it makes me so happy. Yay, I love it so much. This might have been just because, I'm not sure. But I did more of my favorite things. I did texture paste and watercolors on top, and I kind of let them blend together. And I told a little story. I was going through my camera roll and I found just like little snippets that I had written down in my notes. And I was like, okay, I gotta find a photo. So I found a photo from about that time period to pair with it, just because it's like a cute little thing that he said. He said, it says, we were finishing up a good movie when he said, oh, I can't wait to see what their plan is because I like plans and booby traps. And that is so true. They are always coming up with plans. Oh, his favorite movie is Home Alone, where they set all the booby traps for the thieves, you know, spoiler alert. And I have this cute photo of him and his beautiful eyes. And it was about that time period. This was a while back. It was only from 2020. Feels like a million years ago though, right? And so I used some Heidi Swap Sun Chaser. And then I also used this Alta New die, which is a circle, but when you cut it in half, it becomes a rainbow. I love it. It was super fun to make too. And almost all of these have videos on my channel. So if you just want to scroll back the last 2 months, you can find videos about them. This was also made for a challenge, maybe the blog hop, I don't remember, for National Scrapbook Day and for Cherry on Top. And I was inspired by Cherry on Top. They visited Creativation and they like showed us all these booths. And at Tim Holtz booths, he had all of his inks swatched out on tags, and that inspired this layout. So I used my Distress Oxide to swipe out the color, and then I cut tags out of them. Actually, I cut the tags first and then I put the color, and then I tied them together. And I just made this fun little photo. And it doesn't have any journaling because I had done this like story on Instagram where it was the night before kindergarten Eve, and I just kind of like took a picture of Lachlan from above and kind of was like a snapshot of all the things that represented him at the time. And I had drawn little arrows from like the little things that says like laundry. The 8-year-old actually folded himself. Hashtag the night before kindergarten. Mommy, I'm going to play with these. Don't try to contradict me. That kid. Sassy as always. Always foxgloved up. He has these like little fox gloves and he loves to wear them, and he loves foxes. Days Old Tats. Underpants as jammies. And then it has his name, Lachlan Gage, age 5. And it was the night before kindergarten. And now he's about to go to 1st grade. This was, let's see, a layout I created for, I think for Color First with Sarah. And I don't even remember who chose the color board that month. Me, maybe? I don't even remember. But it was really bright and sunny. And so I wanted to scrapbook a story of when I brought home all my old Barbies and they like sat in the floor and like played with them forever, especially Lachlan. And I ended up selling them at the yard sale. I basically gave them away, but they needed a good home and this wasn't it. But we had one last hurrah with them, and I loved Barbie growing up, and I cannot wait to see the new movie. So if y'all haven't seen the previews or like the photos circulating the internet, y'all need to look that up because it looks awesome. Like, it's either going to be awesome or it's going to be terrible, but either way, I think it'll be like nostalgic, so it'll be good. This I think was my first project for Spiegel Mom Scraps. And I created my own little shaker pockets with these circles, and I love how they turned out. And I used the Lemon Twists collection from Simple Stories, and it paired really nicely with the Easter egg sequin collection from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And I'll take this opportunity to let you know that I will put my affiliate links down below if you would like to go shopping at Cherry on Top or on Spiegel Mom Scraps. And you can, if you use that link, then you get a little bit of a discount. So with this must be the place. It's like from our own song. I don't remember the name of it. From the Talking Heads. And this was like a bar. We went on a date night, like a little impromptu date night a while back. In 2021, I accidentally like stamped the last year day number on this shaker. But anyway, I had fun making this, and it was my first project for Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I love it. This was a just fun, because I need to stick some stuff down a little better, but this was using 49 and Market Rainbow Spectrum Sherbet. Yeah, Spectrum Sherbet collection. Okay, really, that is not sticking, and my glue isn't coming. We're having some technical difficulties over here, but anyway, I used Spectrum Sherbet, and I did a lot of distress oxides and kind of let them blend together and make a rainbow. And I just really had a lot of fun with this. And it's telling the story of how my little guy wanted to play the drums, and I'm a terrible mom and I said no. And then we went to my aunt's house where she has the drum set, and I felt completely validated in my decision to say no. My mommy nerves could not have handled it. So there's some paintbrush hairs on here. Could be a dog hair. No, it's a paintbrush hair. But I loved creating this. Made a mess. And this might be one of my favorite layouts that I've made all year so far. I love it a lot. I made this with the, I think, June cherry box. And it had a rainbow theme. And so these clouds came with a rainbow stamp and a rainbow die. And then it came with a rainbow paper pad that I used to create this fun like 3D rainbow where I just did these like paper strips. And yeah, and this is a really dimensional album because I did this shaker pocket back here. And so it's all popped up. The whole page is popped up on phone. But it had these cute little gold sequins in there, and then I did all this heat embossing on the clouds, and I kind of made my own clouds. This was a fun layout to make. And it was our pictures from Mother's Day, and I'm talking about how I hope they call me mommy forever, because they still haven't like started calling me mom or bruh or anything really. So I like mommy. I know it will end, but I'm gonna milk it. This, I don't know what it was made for, but it was made with the Sun Chaser collection by Heidi Swapp. I never can get enough of Heidi Swapp. And this was a Paige Evans cut file, and I did stenciling. This is distress oxides through a stencil, and it was Lachlan on the last day of school, and he was looking all cute. I had fun making this, and he was ready for summer because it was the last day of school. So that's the title, Ready for Summer. And a little bit of journaling. Love this. We went out on the boat with my parents. Memorial Day, maybe? This is a double page because I did a little, yeah, it was Memorial Day. I did a little 6x12 pocket page. So I'll have to find photos to match, or not to match, but to go on the other side. And which I'm terrible at always completing my pocket pages. So hold me accountable. in a month or so, I'll be like, hey, what photos did you ever put on the other side of that page? I'll need to find some. I'm certain I have some, because some photos that I take just don't require a full pocket page, right? Or a full layout. So I just need to like stick a few in a pocket and like move on with my life. But I'm really bad at procrastinating that. But anyway, I love this page. I did a little mixed media fun on the edge, and then this is interesting because I did distress oxides on these alphas, and I will say that the color has already changed since I did them. It was like the fossilized amber color, so it was supposed to be like a mustard yellow, and it almost looks just like a wood color, like I don't know, it's like a lot more muted because it's supposed to look like that, and for some reason when I swiped it, maybe it looks different, but it's okay. I still like it, but it's just interesting that it changed colors. But this is Fancy Pants Designs. They have a lake collection. I think it's called Lake Life. It's super cute. But we went fishing that day out on the boat. Good times. Good times. Oh, I know. I told you guys I'm really behind. I have like a lot. This might be a long video. I wanted to play with the rub-ons that I got from Spectrum Sherbert, 49th and Market. I got the leaf ones, the foliage ones. So I created this layout where they peek out from each of the 4 colored squares, and these papers were from the 6x8 paper pack from that same collection. And so I made this like little grid layout, and I really love how it turned out. I did like some ink, just not blending. I didn't blend anything, but just rubbed it on with the brushes, and then I put the rub-ons on top of that, and then sewed down the sticker or the cubes, and I really like how it turned out. I did a lot of sewing, and I also used these cute little stamps from Catherine Puller. It's like a grow and bloom, maybe is what it's called. It's like little succulents and pots and stuff like that, and I love plants, and I thought it went well with the foliage. And this is from a while back when Heath finished up, gosh, 2nd grade? Yeah, 2nd grade. So I'm glad I finally went through and got those done. I don't know, I'm a procrastinator sometimes. So this was another layout that I did for Spiegelmom Scraps, and I created a mermaid shaker tail. So I did this cut file. I found it for free on Cricut, and then I created it as a cut file, and then I used the flamingo sequins in it, and then I also used them to kind of add around as embellishments. But our dog Belle has a life jacket that looks like a mermaid tail, and she hates it, but she's cute. So she's an undercover mermaid. And I did a little bit of my Heidi Swap stamping, which, by the way, I signed up for her stamp therapy class, mostly because I had to get that stamp set that she was offering that had the Jeep on it, which my husband is going to use against me soon enough to probably make me buy a Jeep, but whatever. Another Jeep. We used to have a Jeep, and we're missing it. But anyway, if you signed up for that class, let me know down below, and I'd love to see what you make and follow you on Instagram or wherever you post your stuff, because I haven't started it yet, but I'm super excited about it. It's going to be fun, and you'll probably be seeing a lot of those techniques in my pages coming out. Let's see, I made this one. Oh, this was for June Technique Tuesday, where we did gel press, and so I specifically made these gel press sheets to create a grid layout, and so I'm really happy with how they turned out. And so I used those to be like the main part, and then I did some foliage and some black splatter. And I love how these pictures of us in the pool turned out, my sister-in-law and my kids. Super fun page. Loved how that turned out. This, I don't even know what it was for, but I think it was for a summer theme top, and I filled the this is a Paige Evans cut file yet again. I had a little trouble cutting it. I think I need some new mats and blades, but I put Heath's picture in the R, and then I did kind of like a rainbow color in the rest, and I'm super happy with how that turned out. And these are die cuts from Citrus Twist kits and letters from Citrus Twist. Super cute. Another really summery, bright, fun page. I created this for a cherry on top, I think, the other day. I did another one of my favorite techniques where you do the texture paste. And this time I didn't do watercolor dripping. I did like distress oxide. So I like scraped the distress oxides over the texture paste and like dripped it down, and then embellished. Use Alta New aviator stamp and some Cocoa Vanilla Studio from last year, their summer collection. I think it was called Sun Kiss. And again, more Spectrum Sherbet. I'm telling you, that collection is so fabulous. I don't really know if there's a lot left in the stores anywhere, but because it's so good and everybody's grabbing it up. So if you can find some, I highly suggest adding it to your stash because they're so fun and it's so beautiful and versatile. Like, it's all different colors. Like, those rub-ons come in like the bright colors but also have dark colors in it. Like, it's really beautiful. And then these are just additional prints that I made for Technique Tuesday when we did the gel press, and I really love how that one turned out, like all the warm colors. And then there's just like the off print from the stencil, but again, that's super fun. Those would make really great card bases or like pocket cards when I'm going back and doing my pocket pages. And then I love how I was just picking up the extra paint that was left behind from doing this press, but then I added in a cool color, and I really love how those work together. And so stay tuned to see how I'll use those, because I want to. We'll see what we do. Probably those will they might end up in like my traveler's notebook because they're really bright and summery, and we just had a really bright trip to scrapbook and one of the like life crafted albums or something. So this ran a little long. I'll try to just do one monthly so it won't get so long. But thank you guys so much for watching. And please like and subscribe and check out those links down below. Bye, y'all.